Let's make a print layout for our list view also. So what we're going to want to do is make a layout that's similar to this but for printing. Maybe a contact sheet. You're calling a bunch of people for a party. You want to print it out, give it to somebody, and have them call them. So we're going to go into layout mode. We're going to create a new layout, and we'll call it print list. Now you notice that both of my print layouts start with the word print. You want to have a naming convention here so you can easily tell what each layout does. Make sure the word print is in it, the beginning, the end, the middle, somewhere, so you can at least identify this layout, because I've seen many layout menus where people make layouts and they don't know what they do and they can't find what they're looking for. Have a naming convention to make things easier for you. And usually I choose blank layout, but I'm going to actually choose list view here, because in this particular instance it's going to make it easier for me. Now, constrain columns to page width. We're going to check it this time because this is for printing. We used it this way before because we wanted it on screen and it would not obey the page break. Now we do want it to obey that. We'll hit next, and we're going to decide to put on the first name field. There we go. Move that over. Last name field and the phone field. We could put more fields if we want, but I'm pretty good with this. It's a contact list. I could put the email address, but usually people won't be needing a print out of that. We'll hit next. We could sort, but I'm not going to choose to do that. And then we can choose default or standard. We could choose orange mist, but that's not going to print very well. Standard or default, they're basically the same. There's really no difference between the two, so it doesn't matter. We're going to change the font anyhow, so let's hit next. And we really don't need to do this. We can type the stuff in ourselves, but while we're here, why don't we use it? We'll choose to put in the top left some large custom text. We'll say contact list. There we go. And in the bottom left, we'll put, well, let's say the page number. Let's put in the page number here. I don't know, I think I like it over there. We'll put in the current date. And over here, we'll put in the page number. There we go. That looks good. Hit next. We're not going to choose to create a script, although it would be nice to have one that would say go to this layout and print, so we can put that button on our list view that you see in the background here, so people don't have to go, which one of those do I print? It just makes things easier, but we're not ready to do scripts, and we'll do that later. So we'll choose do not create a script, and then we'll choose view and layout mode because I want to make some changes to this. So we've got this. First thing I want to do is select all and change the font to Helvetica. And it might already be on there, but I'm just making sure that it is on Helvetica. And it looks like it is, so we're good. And then I'm going to change these labels here. First name, last name, and phone. I think I like these to be underlined, so I'm going to select them all and choose underlining. And I think there's too much space here in this, and I think this could be a little bit bigger. Let's go for 18 point. But still there's some more room here, and maybe I'll move it a little bit away from there. But I'm going to move these up, use the arrow keys. That looks good, and then we'll move this part up. I think that's a little bit better. And so you can see these better, I'm going to zoom in. These are your page number and your current date. So we'll zoom in there to see what it looks like. And you can see it's just 2 slashes, and over here, just 2 pound signs. And they're just in text blocks. You can actually put them in by going up here and choosing insert date symbol or insert page number symbol. So if I try this one, watch what happens. Put it over the other one, but you get the idea. It does exactly what we did before, but with the assistant. But it's kind of nice to know how to do it in many different ways. I usually type them because I know them, but if you don't remember them, they're right under the insert menu. And also because these are text blocks, I could type in page space. Make sure this is big enough, it looks like it. We'll scroll all the way over here, and we can put printed, colon. And I'll make this a little bit bigger. And in fact, what we can do is choose, well, maybe even a little bit bigger. I'll zoom back down here. We're going to go ahead and format this. Remember, we can format a text block because it has a date in it, and this is really a date here. It's going to put the date that you actually printed it on. It'll change according to your system clock. So we can go into our inspector, go to our data section, and go to our date and choose I want it to display like that. That looks good. We'll close inspector, and let's take a look at this, see what we got here. So go into view, preview mode, and it looks pretty good. We do have 2 pages. Notice that. I'm going to try to correct that because I want 1 page. And we also can see our printed down here and our page number. And as we go to the next page, here's page 2. Let's see if we can go ahead and make this fit on one page. And the way you do that is by making the body part smaller. So let's try dragging it up a little bit there. That looks good. We'll go to preview mode. And it looks like we've still got another page. Just a little bit more work, that's all. What we're going to do is select these, move them up 1 pixel, and then move this up another pixel. There we go. And then we'll go into preview mode. And you can see we now have one page. So it's a better contact list because it's all fitting here. So I like that a lot. I think we did a good job here. If you want to, if you need more room for the last name or the phone number, there's plenty of room over here. We can make them bigger if we want. But that's basically the whole idea. We've created our contact list. Not much more to it. It's a pretty simple layout to create.